What up, Skin? Welcome to Bar Vibes with Bryce IV, giving out raw reactions and interacting with the masses. No subject is safe. You hear the people and the noises, but that's the point, because without the people, what is the point? Embracing vibrations. It's dwindling down, and it's very sad that sports is slowly slipping away into the summer sunset. But, you know, there's always going to be something to talk about. I'm always going to find something to talk about, obviously, whether it be ping pong, whether it be... I'm not talking about lacrosse. That's just never going to happen. But obviously we got NBA playoffs. Since the last show, the Heat were up 3-1. Celtics decided to play some fucking basketball and not get swept, which I really wanted to happen, but it didn't. And then the game 5, I was like, did somebody fucking kidnap Jimmy Butler? Where is he? I think he only had 14 points, and you don't take your foot off the throats when you're up 3-0. And yes, no team in NBA history has ever come back down 3-0. But after game 5, I was like, oh shit. Like, this is what happens when you give a team momentum. And then, of course, game 6, I wasn't watching it, but it was updated on my phone, and I saw that Jimmy Butler had 3 free throws at the end to put them up, and I was like, all right, here we go. Let's go get them out of here, and also get them out of here in Miami, where you could celebrate a lot better, you know, with your fans and with your teammates. And then that stupid-ass tip. I don't know why they didn't box him out, and the whole situation with the clock, it was weird, and I was like, no. 3-3. I know some Celtics fans. I know some Boston fans. I did not want them to have satisfaction. Yes, this is me being bitter about them beating the Sixers, but I don't give a fuck. I did not want them to win. And then Game 7 happened. And oh, what a glorious Game 7 that was. The Celtics got fucking hammered. I think they only brought it within 8. Everybody just looked defeated. Even Jason Tatum said, like, I was a shell of myself. And that is not the game that you want to be a turtle, sir. Jaylen Brown, I don't know what he works on in the offseason, but it definitely is not his handles. The man is a turnover machine. He's just spitting turnovers out left and right. Man can't even put the ball between his legs. Yes, I know he can. He's a professional basketball player. Didn't look like it in Game 7. The Heat, they started 4 undrafted free agents, and that goes to show you the coaching job that Eric Spoelstra did. To me, Eric Spoelstra of the Miami Heat is the best coach in the NBA. He makes adjustments. He trusts Jimmy Butler on the floor. I mean, I'm sure Jimmy is calling some plays or telling him, like, hey, that's not going to work here. And you just need that. I see a lot of people say, like, oh, we need a couple superstars. Clearly you don't. When you got great coaching and you have one killer in Jimmy Buckets, a.k.a. Hemi Buckets, which is hilarious that he's trademarking that. And I think he says he's going to make coffee and beer and all types of shit with the name Hemi Buckets. That's fire, because he is him. That's what they say. So now we got Nuggets, Heat, NBA Finals. It's going to be very interesting to see Bam Adebayo for the Heat guard Nikola Jokic, because in these past matchups, Nikola's played like a true center, like a big man. Bam Adebayo, he's like 6'9"-ish, but he can guard perimeter players, and that's where the Joker plays. He's either on the perimeter or he's in the middle of the floor in space trying to look for the perfect pass, because he's normally, he sees the floor like a goddamn magician. But Bam can guard him out there and make sure he doesn't get those tough shots. But then you also can't double Joker, because then he's just going to dime off the ball to anybody. So that's going to be a crazy matchup. I don't think Jimmy Butler is going to guard Jamal Murray at the beginning. I think that's something that they pull out if they're losing. But this is going to be a very, very interesting series. The Heat having to get used to the altitude in Denver. I mean, I hear players say that's a real thing. We'll see, man. We'll see. It starts tomorrow, 8:30. So, yeah. I just don't understand how they let it get to 7, but I'll take the drama. Why not? In other sports news, Phillies, they surprised me when they took 2 games off the Braves in the 5-game series. I don't know what it's hard to describe, but like it's either one night it's pitching or one night it's hitting. A lot of nights it's hitting. The Phillies leave players on base without scoring way too much. Kudos to Bryce Harper coming back and absolutely helping this team stand up. But other than him, and with Bohm going out, Alec Bohm going out with an injury, a hamstring injury the other day, they got to be on it. Now they're only 6.5 games out of first place, which is not bad. I think that at this point last year when they went to the World Series, they had a worse record. That's not really saying anything, but it's true. So hopefully they can get it together in these next couple games. They dropped the game to the Mets yesterday when they only gave up 2 runs, but there's just no hitting. They need to get it together. Stanley Cup Finals on this Saturday. It's the Florida Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights. Miami is looking like they could possibly be title town this year. They got the NHL team in the finals. They got their NBA team in the finals. That's pretty dope. Random stuff. DeAndre Hopkins of the Cardinals, he gets released because it feels like it was a mutual thing where they could have traded him, got some kind of value out of him, maybe a second round, a third round pick. But I feel like the front office and him were like, hey, man, he doesn't want to be here. He said he wants to be on a team that has a quarterback that wants to win or shows that he wants to win. That's a ding on you, Kyler Murray. And I don't know how he feels about that, but that was a clear shot at him. And then he wants to be on a team that's ready to win now. Like he doesn't care about a long-term deal. He just wants to get a year and play on a team that wants to win. So I think he said Bills. He named Jalen Hurts as one of the quarterbacks that he would like to play for. And then, of course, they say like the Chiefs want to get him. Obviously, you do. The man is a top 3 receiver in the NFL. Why would you not? It would be very smart. It's just going to come down to money. I saw that he's posting cryptic shit on Twitter, so it looks like that something might be happening very soon. We shall see. I heard about a Barry Bonds documentary coming out. I have a place for Barry Bonds in my heart. We share the same initials, and we have the same birthday, which is pretty dope. Still don't understand why he's not in the Hall of Fame. Yes, people are going to mention the whole steroids thing. When you get down to the brass tacks of it, he did not get caught. But, and I will say, it was pretty clear he was doing something that normal baseball players don't do. If you go and look to see where he was, when he was with the Pirates, and then when he was with the Giants, the man was... I've seen people look at pictures and they're like, that's not Barry Bonds. I'm like, yeah, it was. Now, the reason why I think he should be in the Hall of Fame is because his career before this whole steroids thing, he already was a Hall of Famer. He's the greatest hitter that the league has ever seen when it comes to power, getting on base. And so, just like, you're probably never going to, no, you're never going to see Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame because one thing they tell you not to do is bet on baseball if you're in baseball. So he literally broke the number 1 rule. I understand that. In Pete Rose, actually, like when it comes to contact, probably the greatest hitter of all time. But it just sucks. I heard rumors about Tom Brady actually getting a stake in ownership at the Raiders, and then of course people are going to speculate and be like, well, then if he becomes an owner, he's probably going to play. Listen, man, if y'all don't leave Tom Brady alone, if he wants to play, he's going to play. It doesn't even have to be for the Raiders. If he called any team that was even questioning their quarterback room right now and say, hey, I want to come back, he would play. It would just be hilarious. It would be like damn, what is that movie called with Will Ferrell when he was the owner, the coach, and he was playing on the same team. I always want to say Tropic Thunder, but I know it's not Tropic Thunder. It's because he played for the Tropics, and that's why I always get it. Semi-Pro. Bang! Got it. It was Semi-Pro. I just want you to touch sex. If you know, you know. But if Tom Brady goes to the Raiders and then plays and starts for the Raiders, that would be the wildest story of all time. Bill Russell did it. Worked out for him, but 2 greats. They know what they're doing with their lives. Sports, man. They're going to be missed. Liverpool's off for a month, and then we don't get any championship league this year because they placed 5th. This is the first time under the Klopp era that they have not made Champions League, which sucks. But I mean, you lose all those games at the beginning of the season and you try to just reel back. It's very difficult, especially when you got teams like Man City and Arsenal bungled the bag, who are not losing when you are losing, and then just getting draws, and you go on a run, you win 7-8 games in a row, and it's just not enough at times. I'm glad that Forest stayed up. I'm sad that Leeds got kicked out, though. I was really hoping that they would stay up, but they didn't. Southampton's been relegated for like a month, so who cares about that? And then other random non-sports thought is in Delaware. I didn't know this until yesterday, but our Memorial Day parade is the longest running parade in the United States of America. 156 years straight. Never missed a year. So shout out to the first state. But with that also being said, big ups to the first state. Stay focused and be great. Take a sip. Much love from the kid. Enjoy your day. Enjoy life. Sports, please come back.